Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and the next film I wanted to talk about was a film that I can only imagine that John Carpenter did because of all the hatred he got for The Thing. I know he had done Christine in between that, but still, it was sort of like when The Thing came out, another film John Carpenter did about Alien. He was called a pornographer of violence, and it was hated, and just everything up, down, center. And this is sort of like John Carpenter's answer to E.T. in a way. And of course that is Starman, which is a film that I think a lot of people, they know is John Carpenter, obviously because he puts his name above the title. But it's one of those that if you didn't see that, you might not have known it was a John Carpenter film. It's definitely a much different movie than John Carpenter normally does. It's a PG love story that's good for the whole family, like it's suitable for the whole family. And first off, I have to do this. It sets the mood. There we go. Starman is a film made in 1984 starring Jeff Bridges and Karen Allen. Basically, the gist of the story is you have an alien that has come down to Earth and was shot down by the military, and this beam of light goes towards this cabin where we have Karen Allen. And this is a woman which you can definitely tell that she's very sad, she's very out of it, because she has lost the love of her life. She's spending her time watching these old home movies of the good time she had with the love of her life, Jeff Bridges, and he had sadly passed away, the character, and she's just lost. She's broken down, and this sort of beam of light sees like these pictures, and there's actually like a collection of Jeff Bridges' hair, like a baby when he was a baby, that's saved in a book photo album. And it actually collects the DNA and clones itself to look like Jeff Bridges. And so the rest of the film is this connection between Karen Allen, who sees this thing that looks like her deceased love of her life, and you believe her reaction. She's shocked, she's confused, she's angry, she's scared, she wants to get away, and this alien needs her help to go to this spot in Arizona in 3 days, give or take a day, and if not, he'll die. And of course that is the music you've been listening to from this movie, and it's just a sweet, just like this movie, it's very sweet, touching score and a very sweet, touching love story. And for me, I'm one of those types that don't get into love stories a lot. It's just not something I get into. I get into action films, horror films, but to me, for some reason, this worked. And basically throughout the film, it's the alien, Jeff Bridges as alien, trying to understand humanity, and where he's from, there's only like one thought, one law, but they realize they lost something, so he's sort of trying to understand humans, and he has a sort of affinity for humans, you can tell. And Karen Allen sort of noticing his tenderness, his somewhat innocence, and he has these little spears that has given these powers. For instance, everybody remembers the scene where you have a deer, and he's able to make the deer come back to life. That was on this hunter's hood. And the deer and she just marvels at this, and how do I describe? I mean, and long story short, you have the military, and they're going after. They knew that they shot down this craft. They're going after, trying to stop them. I don't know why, because the guy hasn't really done anything. The alien hasn't done anything wrong, but typical military. Oh, it must be evil because we don't understand it. And I enjoy this movie. Like I said, it's one of those few love stories that I've always enjoyed. And It's because it's sweet and it's touching and it's a feel-good movie and the biggest stretch of the imagination. First off, you buy the love story between Karen Allen and this. At first, she thinks it's this thing, but she knows what this thing really is. Tenderness. And Jeff Bridges was nominated for an Academy Award, which is fitting that I'm talking about this now that he has won an award for Best Actor, or that Crazy Heart movie. I think he won, which I'm glad he did. I'm not sure if he had won one before, but he deserves it. He's a solid actor. And you believe the relationship. I mean, you believe Karen Allen, why she would be afraid of this thing, and how they bond with each other. And it's one of those things where you just watch and you go, oh my god, this is fantastic. This is moments like the ending, which this score always reminds me of the ending where he goes, tell me, how do you say goodbye? She goes, you kiss me and you tell me you love me. And it might sound sappy, cheesy, but it's direct, it's to the point, you believe him. There's no pretension, there's no bullshit, you believe it to the core. And it's a movie that has made me teary-eyed when I see it, because it's a very sweet love story. Other moments is you get some good bits of humor with Jeff Bridges' alien. The whole movie, I mean, you believe that this is an alien because his reactions and just trying to understand his sort of, the way he moves his body, and tell him to smile, and he's trying to smile. There's some good bits of humor. I like the guy. His name is Charles Martin Smith. Sort of like the scientist guy who's like, why are we doing this? We invited him with one of our probes, and he actually helps him out at the end in the cafe where she kisses Charles Manson, thanking him, and then Jeff Bridges, looking at her, does the same thing and says thank you. Again, good bits of humor, good-natured movie. There was another scene in the cafe where the alien goes, you know what I like about you humans? Because he talks about how you couldn't believe how many species there are, how many life forms. You guys are special. And what his favorite part is, you are at your best when things are at their worst. And of course, it makes you feel good to be a human, which I have problems with a lot of movies today. I haven't seen Avatar, but I'm thinking, oh my god, it just makes us, yes, we know, humans suck, great, thank you. But I don't want to see that. I know, you have humans helping, it's just, I don't know. But it makes you proud to be a human. It makes you, this guy said this, a tender, moving science fiction love story. And it makes you proud to be a human. And how, even this being can find love, and how, it's the power of love. I know it sounds cheesy and sad, but it works. John Carpenter did it right. And I really enjoy this movie. I have no problems with it. It's a shorter type of review, but it's a sweet, touching love story. And I can't really find much problems with it. So if you're into love stories, or even if you're not into love stories, I still suggest giving Starman a chance. You had two great performances. Jeff Bridges is great. Karen Allen, I've always been a fan of Karen Allen ever since Raiders of the Lost Ark. And she's a great actress, beautiful woman. And as you can tell, just a wonderful score. Not a special effects movie, but when they come, they work well. Charles Martin Smith does well. Richard Jackal, he's been in a couple films like Grizzly, among others. He's sort of one of the head of the military trench. He does a capable job. But there's one other scene I want to talk about. It's the scene where you find out Karen Allen, she can't have a baby. And they fall in love, and he goes, I gave you a baby. If you do not want it, please tell me now. And just that direct approach, and it's just her reaction that she finally has a child that she couldn't before because she was barren, is such genuine that you believe it. And you believe this love story. I think that's the best compliment I can give. So thanks for watching. Take care. And even if love stories turn you off, I suggest you check out Starman. It's worth your time. It's a beautiful score.